Hey guys, how you doing? Pipe Smoking Board Gamer here. Just taking a walk, Woodlawn Park. Work later today, so a little meditation walk before work. And just thinking about the differences of Wisconsin, Milwaukee, and Oregon, Portland. And there comes some pretty hefty differences, actually. There is, first off, the landscape itself is amazing here. There are mountains in the distance, pretty much anywhere you are. Living on the southeast side of Wisconsin, you know, the Lake Michigan was there, so very often I would see the lake. And I took it for granted for many years because I grew up there, lived there all my life. This guy. See this little dude? Cute. And now I'm seeing a whole different aspect on the horizon, and that is mountains, which is pretty amazing. And we live in the city, but we're only less than 2 hours away from Mount Hood, which I've not been to yet. That's one of our first go-to places. I'm pretty excited about it. And the other day I was driving down Northeast Marina Drive, which I had never been on. And to my left is a river. It's beautiful. It's very cool looking. And then straight ahead of me was, I think it's Mount Hood. And it was just glorious. I mean, it was just a cool looking drive. And very, very monumentous in a mountainous way. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. That moving on, Milwaukee and Portland, the differences are this. There are, in Milwaukee, and what I find around the country in most states is that their primary city is clustered together in one spot, right? Like one landmass, tons of buildings, tons of businesses, whatever. Okay, well, Portland has the same thing. You've got the downtown, right, area, so that's buildings, businesses, what have you. But what Portland has that a lot of places do not have are pocket cities, is what I call them. So these pocket cities are little cities, little communities around the area. So not in the downtown, but in like the more rural area, there is every 4 or 5 blocks, there is a pocket city. On the corner, there's a number of different businesses, pubs, tattoo parlors, cafes, restaurants, you name it, things like this, all independently owned, which is awesome. So you're not going to find like a Starbucks per se, although in certain ones you will, but most you will not. You'll find your mom and pa ran cafe, which is cool, right? So those are pocket cities, and they're everywhere in Portland. You, again, walk 3-4 blocks, and there you have it. That said, there's also a lot of houseless. That's what they call their homeless here, houseless. But, you know, they're everywhere. There are little pieces of area that they proclaim is theirs for a bit. Apparently there's something, I don't know, it's some law where you can have non-permanent residency anywhere in the city, except for parks. You can't be at parks. So you'll see a lot of like makeshift shacks and little what have yous all over the city in different areas. That's where the homeless live, and there are a lot of them. And that is one thing that is takes some getting used to. At first seems scary, but after a while you get used to it, and I don't know. You know, I mean, I've given some people a couple bucks out of my pocket here and there, and it is what it is. You just do what you got to do in the moment, and I'm a giver, so I tend to give a couple dollars here and there when I can, or I'll even buy them food and give them food. What I'm realizing is that because of COVID, and partly because I'm getting older, those pocket cities aren't as exciting, or the city isn't as exciting to me as it once was, and I want more of the nature. I want more of the rivers and mountains and forests and beautiful, large, immense trees, you know. I'd rather look out my window and see water and mountains in the distance than a cafe and a pub or something like that. It is early December, and it's still very nice out here. Oh, helicopter somewhere out there. It's brisk. It gets cold, especially at night. But during the day, even when it's overcast, and it's not completely overcast, there's some blue sky out there still. It's not bad. It's like 50. So, almost mid-December and it's 50 degrees out. It's not bad. I know it's going to get very wet here come January and February, but I'll take that wetness over feet of snow that I have to shovel and drive through. So that is definitely a difference, is the climate and the weather. I mean, here there are things that it's still lush, it's still green, right? And it's December. Look at, you see this? Everywhere you look, there's different shades of green. Moss everywhere. It's beautiful. It's very amazing. A couple of the cool things is, you know, this is less than a block away from my house. It's actually just right around the corner. I got some rental bikes here. I've got a local distillery. And right around the way there is the pub I was talking about, open for outdoor dining. Go there, have a couple beers. There's a pizzeria on the corner over there. There's a restaurant we have not gone to yet, even though we live right next door to it, Campana. Firehouse, that's another restaurant we have not yet visited. And then up here is our spot. We've got the cardboard in the window. There's a crack in one of these corners, and they are replacing the windows